There we go. Welcome to this edition of Kit Season. We're bringing you episode 2.6 of season 2. So,
Woo,
6 episodes
beginning,
in right now. As
going.
you see, as you see here, we got Fox and myself once again, and we got a special one today. We have again all over USL, and we also have a very special one for the show in terms of what it means and how many we've done so far. So pretty fun episode, and we also got a top entry. So you ready to get into it?
I'm ready.
Get into this.
Let's go.
Starting starting off here, we're going to start off with a shout out to our sponsor, BetStamp. I always forget this is in here. I already get into it. Thanks to our sponsor, BetStamp, once again for sponsoring today's video. The fun little sports book betting companion. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting what I'm supposed to say here. And very useful little app to track how terrible you're doing, and or to see if you're actually doing pretty well.
Or
If
how
you are,
awesome you're doing. Yeah.
right, like let us
Yeah.
know how you're making money off of this. Says I am making like $2,
See?
which isn't
Profit.
which isn't much. But yes, this is a very convenient app to sync up all your betting accounts with MGM, Caesar, um, FanDuel, you name it. Currently right now there's Caesar and DraftKings. This is last week, so those pendings were all zeros. So, but it's a fun way to track of kind of what you're doing and kind of see how your performance is on a month, day to day, week to week, whatever it may be. Depends on how you do it. And with that, please do so responsibly. There is that
Yes.
hotline right there at 1-800-522-4700 for the National Gambling Addiction hotline. So we here at Tit Season want you to do so responsibly, bet in this. But if you're going to do so, please use an app like this, which is a very useful tool that you can legally track everything and how your performances are going. So
Yeah.
that
Be
is,
smart with your
yeah,
money, guys. And I mean,
yes,
I've always liked betting. It's a fun way to make some quick cash and, really support your team. But yeah, make sure you do so responsibly.
yes. Thank you. And now, with that sponsorship out of the way, we can dive right back in. And let's start up here with Northern Colorado. They released an alternative this past season because they didn't release any new ones, but this is a nice, I think, a good um, color to go with their blue and white. I would have liked to see maybe like a red or a green, but it's not too bad. I mean,
Why?
it's still a template.
Look, it's not even a template. I guess it's their template now.
Yeah,
And I guess I'll appreciate the fact that it's their thing, but it's not good. It wasn't good on the blue and white ones and stuff like that. And the gold just doesn't make sense to me. I even went back, double checked. They didn't win the championship. They didn't win. They weren't the regular season contenders. So the black and gold doesn't make sense, and it doesn't look good with the blue logo.
could it
But
be a nod to Colorado Buffaloes, the university up there,
it
who are
could.
black and gold? But if it's not, it's because wait, no, but they
They
play at
didn't
Colorado
advertise
State.
it.
Never mind,
Yeah,
they
that'd
play
be
at
awkward.
Colorado State.
Which is green,
Yeah,
right?
they're green and gold.
Yeah.
So if you were going to see, then that would have been a nice comparison. I know it's a temporary location for them, but that would have been a cool nod, and it'd be a different color palette to the blue and white. So it would work as an alternative and pay homage to where you're playing, right?
It could, but it's not.
Good. I mean, but it's not. So yes. So with that in mind, I gave it just a solid 3. I mean, there's nothing special about this. They do use their template, which I don't think is terrible, but it's not great. So to me, it's middle of the road. If they're going to throw in this gold, I want to see a little bit more of it. Besides just on the hailstorms, like the Puma would have been nice. Maybe even the Voodoo Ranger making that gold, or and the
Just the
crest.
badge. Yeah.
Yeah, the badge even. So like, or even just like a little bit of accents like on the cuff. Like it doesn't have to be much, but just a little bit more gold would have done this a little bit better. But overall, it's a 3 from me. I don't think it's anything to brag about. But I mean, it's Northern Colorado. They don't have too much other for kits. So
Yeah. They made a nice video or like a little hype thing for it.
yeah,
Like the social media game was on top for this kit. But
yeah,
otherwise, like I'm just disappointed. Like I actually really like their crest and
same.
I see what they went with trying to put the Hellstorm on their kits, but they could have done so much more and they did not listen to us last year and they gave us the exact same kit this year but made the thing kind of gold. I wouldn't even say it's gold. So it's kind of gold.
Yeah,
Yeah. But I also give it a 3.
yeah. So
I do give them the creativity for the fact that they do have their own kits and it's from
yes,
Puma. Like it's hard for Puma from what I've seen apparently to get your own kits from Puma. So shout out to them for being that much creative.
yeah. Like we had the different props were basically creating their own template and then using it. Do I have to like that template? Maybe not. And
Right.
the color choices and some of the other stuff, but if they're going to consistently have, it is nice to have that symmetry from all 3 kits, which I think is aesthetically pleasing. But with that, you got to have the colors stand out, and I definitely think this black is too close to their blue to really be a good third. If they wanted to go with the gold motif, they had to go all gold, or they had to do a different color entirely than
Yeah.
the black. So, but a 3 from us. So not bad.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Lead one, Northern
And
Colorado.
again, if you're over there chilling in Colorado, buy the kit. You know, if I was a fan of the team, I would buy the kit.
Yeah.
But their team's very indifferent to me, and their kit creativity is very indifferent to me. So
Yes. I still prefer the white one more, but that's just me. Um, the
I think
black
that was
one's
tricky.
not my style. Yeah, it fits me. Anyway, speaking of more blackout kits, we're going to San Antonio, and they released a one-off kit that they did wear, so it is included in today's show. Their Champions Edition kits, part of their whole celebration that they had, a whole whole line of celebration of them winning the championship, which is I think a really cool idea. I think really nice to celebrate. Just you won the championship, and what best way to do that is to have a kit that supports that. And
Yeah.
I will I will say though, it is a template. It's basically a blackout template. Just turn the blackout to gold, which is what the idea is. But in saying that, I will say I don't want black and gold. I do like the idea of the kit. I don't want it to turn into the next blackout. I feel like a lot of teams are trying to do like throwing gold into things now with like a
That's
black and white, and it's starting to kind of have a return of diminishing. The idea, the theory of return of diminishing returns, and I definitely think this is that. I think if obviously, as we always say, if you're a fan, I'd buy this. But I think from an outsider, this doesn't seem super creative. I think they could have done better, but I do like the gold on everything though. So
yes.
congrats to them.
Yeah. I mean, they won. That's good for them because obviously it's my city
Not
boys.
better.
But I mean, we got a revenge last week, so nice little 1-0 win for Louisville. But if Louisville came out with the special edition kit to show that they won, I would buy it. So, but weirdly enough, we came out with this exact same kit last year, and
Yeah.
we wore this exact same kit the entire playoffs until the championship game because San Antonio is a black team, like that's one
Yeah.
of their main colors. So we wore our whites, and then we lost. So I'm just saying,
Tough.
if we wore our
Loss.
black kits, we probably would have won. But I mean, they won, and I give San Antonio a little bit more credit than other teams that keep doing this because, like you said, this is becoming a theme. Louisville did it. I don't know why Louisville did it. I really don't. I mean, we won the championship twice, but like not last year. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it was like the whole mantra was the gold standard, which I mean Louisville is for the most part. We have some office drama, but some yeah. But like on the field, we've been the gold standard since 2015. So they had marketing for it, but it still didn't make sense to me. But I still bought it. So, or
Yeah.
technically, my mom bought it for me. Thanks, mom. But yeah, so I'll give San Antonio the credit, and the fact that they actually like changed their crest for this makes it look nice.
And even
Still,
the sponsor too.
yeah, I hate the sponsor logo. I love
Yeah.
Toyota. And I'm still annoyed with them, but I do appreciate that it is a gold logo and not the big red square in the middle of
Yes.
this. So yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm happy for them as a gracious runner-up. And again, they're the only team I feel like has the right to do this, kid.
Do this. Yeah. Like I could see like LAFC, you know, and MLS, because their colors are literally black and gold, so it
This
makes
is their
sense with
kit, yeah.
it makes sense I think for like
FC
Tulsa, as we'll see a little bit later, they incorporate some gold. It makes sense for them. But when teams start I remember Ford Madison, they released a keeper kit. So they did less shade from that. It's a keeper kit. No one really cared about that. They had black and gold for a keeper kit. There's not many teams use black and gold, so it's pretty safe bet that your goalkeeper can wear a black and gold keeper kit. But
Yeah.
as you know, as we mentioned, a lot of teams have been trying to do this. I do like this kit though. It's a solid kit, but again, it's their blackout kit just turned gold, and there's not anything new to it. It's a special edition kit, but it's not anything that is aesthetically pleasing to me. Besides that, it's just a black shirt with gold stuff. So
Right.
that's why it gets a little bonus points for being a special kit, but it's not anything special in how it's designed. So it's a 3. So for me,
Special edition meh kit.
yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, we have seen a lot of teams do that too. Even in Europe, they really say, "Ooh, here's a special kit," and it's like just like all one color, you know,
Yeah.
like the blackout kits and whatever, and it's like cool kit,
Yeah.
special, but
We got a
that
green
doesn't do
kit
anything.
now. Wow, green. It's like
Right?
okie dokie.
Yeah, but yeah, I gave it a 3. Thoughts felt the same with a
Yeah.
3 as well. So
Again, I feel like they're the only team that has the right now to
yeah,
do these black and gold special edition kits
for this year.
for this year, not next year.
Well, we'll leave that to the field to decide. If they win again, they have the right again. So we'll have to see.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be a 3. That's not 3.3. I did not. I missed that typo. I don't know how 3 plus
Averages are
3
hard.
divided by 2 is a 3.3. My math minor needs to be recalled now. So that's on me.
That's what happens when you get a college degree in Indiana.
Hold it there. Hold it steady
Yeah.
there.
You didn't
Next
graduate
up.
in corn or
Okay. I'm holding that. I'm reserving that. We're going to speaking of corn, by the way, we're going out to our friends Des Moines out in Iowa. I hate how you made a perfect segue for that.
oh yeah,
We're going to
tossing it up for you.
we're going to the Des Moines Menace. And before we start to rate this kit, it's our 100th kit that we have rated. I can't believe we've already done the 100 kits. In celebration of this, I will also, once this gets released, I will release the full rankings of what we've done to this, so then everyone can see how we did for over 100 kits. So this is pretty special kit to be the 100th kit. So yeah, let's get into this, right?
Yeah, it's
100.
like if we're going to do a 100th kit, this is the 100 kit to do.
Right.
This is the one to celebrate with. Look at this kit. Look at it. It's gorgeous.
It's just fun. It's fun, you know, like Pride kits, especially given that they generally tend to be a rainbow, because that is a great color palette to be able to use, just because you have all the
Right.
color at your disposal. Have fun with it. And they did here. And
Yeah.
it is just, I mean, the only small critique is the badge, but that's totally fine because you have all the colors. It's not really that big of a deal. Like you could have done with the blackout if you really wanted to, but I don't think it's needed because it's you have
Well,
literally every color there.
if you really want to have fun with the badge, write Menace and Roy G. Biv, you know what I mean? Like in the rainbow colors,
Ooh,
and make the
that could be
flame
a
under
fun.
there a rainbow
That
type
could have
thing.
been fun.
You could have some more fun with it, I guess, if you really want to knock something on that.
But
But otherwise,
it's
this kid's an amazing kid. All of New York knocking it out of the park again,
right.
as they do. I'm still mad
Especially,
that I don't have the Flaming Hot Cheeto Menace jersey from like 2 years ago, maybe three now.
yes,
I think it's before the
I
USL
remember
days.
that. I remember that one. Yes, yes. I will say Des Moines, they definitely, given their kit game, I don't see how they can keep staying in League Two. I think they're just priming themselves to be on a national audience with what they made here. And this is a kit that I want to buy. And that for me
Oh yeah.
is a top tier kit. I love fun and colorful kits. And I love it when I'm just walking down the street and someone's like, what is that? And I'm like, oh yeah, just a kit, and it's just like full of colors, and it's not like
Will.
a typical thing, right? And you're just like, what is that? And this to me is that is this creative, also the message for it, also kind of, if I'm not mistaken, some of the proceeds tend to help out the local area with LGBTQ, and all that's been happening out there. So this is a solid 5 from me, from the way it's been designed, the way it's super colorful, and it's just fun. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it like you could associate this with like a party kit if you really wanted to, and just
Oh,
remove everything, and
go
it
to
could work for a
this.
party.
Rock this at every rave. Anything with
Dude,
black lights. Ooh.
dude, yeah. This thing's gonna have just so much color, and this is just so much fun. I love this. I love what they do out there. And this is a solid 5 for me, man. Like this is just beautiful. Like I wish there was a collar, and that would make it like a 6 for me. But that's always gonna be on my bucket list. But this is just so much fun, and I'm definitely getting this at some point. So, and you would
Yeah.
seem to agree with my
Oh,
score.
1,000%. If I end up with some more money or something, I'm buying this real quick.
Yeah.
And I agree. Maybe give me a collar, give me some buttons or something. I don't know. But like, because then it'd be, yeah, 5.5. But otherwise, I do want to see where like the names go.
I don't think they
W.
do names in League Two as much.
That's fair because they usually have to, most League Two teams have to reuse kits.
Yep, and it's League Two, so it's like semi-pro anyway. So
Yeah, they're not paid.
as
So,
much or
anyways,
any, yeah, yeah. Anyways, yeah. Your thoughts? Any more thoughts?
no, it's perfect. And I agree. This is, um, especially as a teacher, I appreciate the iOS Safe Schools um, shout out to help protect the LGBTQ community. Um, I'll tell a quick story about when I was helping my old district that I worked at make their um, like district policy and stuff like that, and it's really interesting process where we have to use people from the community, people from all the schools, people from the board, all come together to come up with our like purpose and all that good stuff. And one of the parents like pointed out, like, she was like, this word scares me. I was like, what? And she's like, diversity. I'm like, Diversity scares you? And she was talking about how one of her daughter's friends was gay and how that's going to rub up on her, like rub off on her. I'm like, it's like,
Uh,
I had to explain to her, I'm like, you realize that like the highest suicide amounts in high schools is the
right.
LGBT community. Like these are the kids that are most vulnerable. They're not over here indoctrinating your children. They're the ones who are afraid to go home at night. So
Right.
these are the people that we need to protect as teachers and as a school district, so they feel safe to be in somewhere. Because if you don't feel
Yeah.
safe at your home, it's hard for you to feel safe anywhere.
Right.
So, so I definitely appreciate everything that they're doing to help the children of Iowa, and I really wish Missouri would start stepping up, stuff like that.
Speaking from someone who lives in Indiana, I agree. I will say what is nice. I would say the sponsor even does fit in really well. It matches the Alvin York white, with the white with the Iowa schools safe, and then obviously it being rainbowed. It's literally all over the palette, so it actually does fit in, and it doesn't seem too out of. And it even matches on the back almost, like the same spots also like set up for the sponsor. So that is also
Well,
aesthetically pleasing.
yeah, I appreciate the fact that they did like go around the sponsors and go around the
On both
numbers and
sides.
stuff like that.
Hmm.
So like you can actually see that stuff, because that might be hard to see if there was all the stuff behind it that just looked like it.
Yep. Yep.
And
I
isn't
agree.
there a normal sponsor kind bars anyways, which is like
Yes, on
the
their home.
rainbow? So
Hmm.
like this is like, even when I see the Iowa Safe Schools that with that rainbow right there, I still like kind bars. So
Yes.
even though their
Hey,
sponsor's not on there, I still see their
yes.
sponsor.
Yes. So well done by Des Moines, and we absolutely love this kit. We loved last year's as well. So this is good stuff from you guys. Keep up the good work with Olive and York, because this is fun stuff. We're massive fans over here.
Oh yeah.
And now to a championship team that also features a little bit of fun history with their kit, which is the Interstate kit. Fun fact here about the Interstate: I actually wrote like a 17-page paper in high school about the Interstate, all of its history. So I know way too much information about Interstates. So that kind of was a fun little nod to me, and reminder of kind of the useless information that I will never use in my day-to-day life, but that I know. So, but I do appreciate what they did here in the history, bringing and tying in. I believe it was US 60 or 30 that went right through Tulsa. It's a little homage to that. So that is really cool, tying in something that's into their community and that's important to them. I mean, obviously, it doesn't look like it's an interstate. I'm not sure why I call it the interstate kit, but it's. I mean, I know there's some details, but it's not designed as like an inter, like how like a road would be. So, I mean, I understand the
Mhm.
name, but corresponds to the design. But still, I do like this. This is a good design for me. I'm a sucker for white and black, and that teal. Sorry, the gold and the teal looks really good. There are some points off for the Puma being black. Just make it
Mhm.
gold, please, or just not black. Um, but overall, I
Gold,
really like
teal.
this.
Yeah.
Just anything, just not black. And this looks really good to me. I'm a sucker for white, so this is high. This is really good for me. And I do like some of the small details. But like I said, I believe there is an homage to US 60 or 66, I think it is, um, on their kit. I just didn't get a picture of it. But yeah, this is good for me. So which gets to the 3.5 out of me. So this is definitely on my list.
Um, it was okay. It's not a bad kit. I do appreciate the gold and teal stripes instead of just gold or just teal or whatever you want to do. I like the alternating colors. I agree. The black Puma throws me off. It's a very basic kit, and it doesn't go with the theme. Like I completely like the hype around the Interstate and the Route 66 kits that they came out with was beautiful. Like the work that went into the creativity to show off those videos was amazing. And then the
Right.
kits were like, hey, oof.
Yeah.
And like especially this one, I actually like the Route 61 or 66 one that came out. I like that one a lot. I like the little details. This one just doesn't have that for me. It
Yeah.
is a
Right.
okie dokie kit.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, I've
Definitely
been
got
in the
your Midwestern
Midwest.
route.
Yeah, I've been in the Midwest. Sorry, Kentucky. I'm in the Midwest now. I say okie dokie.
Okie
Oh,
dokie.
oops, sorry about that.
Yeah, do not make me start talking like I'm from Minnesota again. You start hearing my accents coming out, and that's not a good thing. So yeah, I agree with you. Like, it's an like I feel like there's been some times where I've seen some teams, they like, I think I saw this with one kid. They called it like the community kit, and there's like what makes it the community kit. Like
Oh
it's
yeah,
a
nothing.
template.
I saw
It's
that
it's
kit
it's it's a template, and it just and it's not just that one, but I've seen it in numerous
oh
other
it's
places. I'm
all the
like,
time.
how does that tie in, right? And
Oh, I'll dig in with my Louisville City one, like the gold standard. Like, what do you mean gold standard? Gold standard or what? I mean, like, yes, we were always good at soccer, but like,
right,
you just wanted to make a black and gold kit.
right, and
Yeah.
it like it made sense for like when Indy 11 released their secondary, they like the big headline was back in red. That's not what the kit was called, but that was like the whole idea that they're back in red, and that goes with what the kit is. Even if it's a template, you have
They're
to
always
at
red.
least make the name correspond with how the kit is designed.
Like, was it
Otherwise,
like
they're just like
black
a
back in
mismatch.
red? They came out with the green kit. Like,
Right,
like,
right, right. So, I mean,
like this
I
is not
mean,
interstate
I know, like, or even
unless
like what
they
would have been
numbered.
cool. No, that's not how it worked. No, I like what
No,
would have
that's
been a
not how the
cool
interstate
little.
system works. They're all numbered.
They're numbered based off of what direction they go. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like this doesn't not at all like what we could see if you really wanted to have like a road like a like those lines. Well,
Map kit.
imagine like on the cuffs
Map kit.
even. Kip, I'm tired of those. I mean, they're good.
No,
They're huge right now. Anyway, okay. Anyways, we're
they're good.
sidetracked. We're sidetracked here. But yes, I like the kit design. Maybe change up the name. I like the idea behind it. I'm a big fan. I'm a sucker for it. If it's on sale, I'm buying this. But that's just me. This sits in my closet expertly. My wife can attest. I have way too much white. Um, but yeah. So overall, Tulsa, we had a 3.2 on your interstate kit. So well done for a white. It's not plain. This is good. This is a decent away white
It,
kit.
it is okay
So
for a white kit.
yes. So props to you guys. And now finally, we're staying going out to another team who ran into some issues with their kits. I will say Central Valley Fuego. They're kind of. I couldn't find any photos, so this is like the best I could do. Their website literally had a 3D rendering of what their kit was supposed to look like, and I had no photos. So this was the best I could find, and this actually just got released like yesterday. So
I was gonna say I
um,
didn't even see that kit. I was looking so hard to try to find.
I know it was so difficult, but from what I was able to see, it is a simple kit. But I will say this: I actually don't mind it. It's a 3.5 from me. Like I like the black and the red. I think they're good. I like Capelli. It's a different sponsor, so kit provider. So it is really nice there. I do like the shadings. I can guarantee you, if I got like a better photo of this kit, it's been hard to find. At least on their team page, it's been like tough. I could almost see myself rating this a 4. This is really good for me. It may because it actually matches with their crest, and that is especially as a primary, you want to incorporate your colors, and this is black and red all throughout. This looks good to me, and I think it looks really clean, which gets to that 3.5 from me, and I
Very
like it.
fuego.
Yes, stop Fuego. Anyway,
Muy fuego. But yeah, I forgot what I
you
gave
won't
it
like it.
because I
You didn't
took it
like it
off
as
of
much.
the rendering. You know what? I think this is gonna be the first time I'm gonna change my score
Oh,
because this picture changed how I felt about it. Because
okay.
I do like the details I see.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the black cuffs and that the details go through that. So I would say this is a 3 for me.
Okay. 3.5. I'm doing some quick calculations. To them head. It just jumps up to our average. Since our overall was a 2.8, just tucked it up now to a 3.25 if you do rate it a 3. So this is
Yes.
not bad. Again, obviously, please, teams, let us have. 'Cause I did see there was a tweet a while back about your kit review party that you had, but there was no photos of said reveal and no mention that you released a kit besides that, and then there was nothing. So
Hype up
I
your
want to,
stuff, man. Sell your
yeah,
product.
hype it up. And just like this is a solid, this is a solid home kit.
Yeah,
And I actually don't mind this at all. Like, this is a very good red and black. It fits with the motif. It even looks like a fire if you take it from like
exactly.
how the pattern is. That fits really well. This is a good
1,000%.
one.
Yeah.
This is a good kit. I want to see photos. So Central Valley Fuego, if you're hearing us here, send us some photos or kits, either one. Just let us get some better, a better visualization of what you have there. Just I want to see the full thing.
We can
And
edit
this
our
is,
scores.
yes, we can edit them. Just don't make a habit of it, but we can. Yes. Um. Anyways, any other thoughts on this kit? On this kit, I am a fan of this. So
No, yeah. Like again, this is one of those like if you're in the area, if this is your team, definitely buy this kit. I completely agree with you. This is a nice home kit to rock.
mhm. Much better than last year's, which they also didn't release any photos. I had to figure out on the website that they had them. So hype them up, Central Valley, because you got some fuego over there. So some good
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, and that oh my god, that photo. You should have put that photo in here too. That's on their store.
No, I almost did, and then I was like, I can't do that. I'm sorry, I couldn't do
It's
it.
too
I couldn't.
disrespectful.
I couldn't do that. I was like, no one can tell what we're actually looking at. This looks much better. So provide us
Yes.
a photo. We'd appreciate that.
Respect
Anyways,
your kids, guys. Respect your kids.
respect them. As the outside's getting pummeled with rain, let's get into some review of the kits. We got Northern Colorado with a 3 out of 5 from their alternate. The Champions kit from San Antonio with a 3.3. Des Moines Menace with a 5 at alternate. Man, just I need this. Then we got FC Tulsa in the Interstate kit with a 3.2, and then Central Valley with a 2.8, which has now been remediated to a 3.25. I never edited that average. My goodness, I am behind on the
Eh,
days.
I messed
So
up the average anyways now, so
yeah, right. So let me just do that for y'all real quick so I can give you a proper average. And the average is the 3.55. I didn't edit it, and it came out to be a 3.55. So solid stuff
either
from
way, it was
USL,
a 3.6.
right? So pretty solid stuff from USL. Good stuff. Definitely up their bar from last year. With some templates, but they're done a little bit more creative and better with the details. So props for this week.
And I feel like this just goes back to proving why these lower, like these, I won't even say lower, these
Yeah,
random companies like All of New York or Capelli and stuff like
Capelli.
that. Like, because the other three are all Puma and they're all eh. But
Right.
then the two that aren't Puma, the two that aren't Nike, Adidas, the
Decent
go
quality.
tos are a lot better looking. And I just looked it up. The Des Moines kit, $45.
Yeah, that's cheap. That's like good.
That's
That's good
that's a
value, man.
that's a fancy T-shirt at that price. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
people buy T-shirts at $50, which is stupid, but rich people do rich things.
I'm just saying, yeah, keep looking at these lower tier manufacturers, and there's some good quality stuff. And a lot of these will also help bring in some local and a little bit lower tiered, as I want to say, designers, because they want to get their voices out there. And some of these are just really fun. So shout out to these guys. So carry on. Speaking of fun stuff designed by someone that we're shouting out this Bluegrass FC kit. This is a charity inspired kit. All of these profits of this kit, which is reasonably priced as well, goes to the Lexington Rescue. up there in Lexington, Kentucky, which organizes and helps shelter and feed the people out there. So like helping out, bringing community, because that is, I believe I saw that they did declare that whole area kind of an epidemic with some people who did have to like leave like their domestic situations because of abuse and stuff, and they go into these shelters. So this is a huge thing going in the community, and they, you know, the lovely idea, and designed by Timber Flynn, and it's a pretty nice kit. I love that crest. By the way, it is a fake team, so they're not real.
Right. It
a fake
is
team.
a real team on Football Manager.
Yes.
So
We'll
yeah,
check
this
that
whole
out.
the whole Bluegrass FC thing is kind of cool because it's all just a Football Manager ran, you know, team, but they do a lot of fun on Twitter. So, you know, check them out. And Timber Flynn always does amazing work. So definitely check him out.
So good.
So it's a great kit, like the collar, you know, I love the little rings throughout that. Yeah, it's a great, and like you said, the crest is just chef kiss. Yeah.
And once again, it's by Alvin York. Alvin York is your, you know, if you haven't heard of them by now, you haven't been paying attention to
You're not
kits in
watching
your
our show.
league, right? So, this is a great kit with a great purpose behind it, well designed. So, shout out to Bluegrass FC and Timber Flynn for this beautiful design kit. So, good stuff, guys. Now let's go ahead and do a little bit of review here of our rankings so far. We have a new entry into our top 10 for this season. And surprise, surprise, it is
Wow.
Des Moines Menace Pride that we just rated. Our 100th kit. This is solid kit. And it deserves to be up high on the list. And it is. It's number 1 on this season's list. This is by far probably my favorite that I've seen from USL up to date. So this is good stuff from you guys. So I'm big fans. Yeah.
Well
And
deserved.
yeah.
Well deserved.
Yes. And with that being top of our list with a 5.0, this also means we have a new entry into the top 10 overall rankings, which this brings us to number 2, right behind that Siempre Leal kit from San Diego from last year. It's only our second 5.0 kit. High praises, well-deserved, solid stuff. I will be buying this. So top entry from them. So good stuff. And because either USL stepped up their game or we're really hard regardless, the only entries down here at the bottom were that Spirit of Detroit one, which failed on several small details, which costed it dearly. But then, not a whole lot of entries from this year. So
yeah, this year's been very like okay. You know, like it hasn't been bad, hasn't been ugly. It's just been okay. So there's a lot of 3s and 2.5s.
Exactly.
Hey, look, Northern Colorado's in there.
Yeah, they are, because they had a pretty. Like, why are they in there 3 times? That is might be a mistake on my end, but regardless, they're down there in Northern Colorado, so definitely improving from last year. So we'll go with that.
Which is
nice
this year.
I'm being sloppy with some of my stuff here, but anyways, please follow us on Twitter. We only have 72 followers, but we're having fun here. Please stay tuned with us. Especially if things wind down, and as things come up, we want to be your number one source for kits being released, so you don't have to. So please give us a follow, and plus, we like to hear from you guys. When we post a video, please tell us how we did, or agree with us. Probably won't, because most people don't. But let us know your thoughts.
You're wrong.
So yeah,
you can disagree.
Yes, agree to disagree. Follow us at Kit Season on Twitter. So now, real quick, let's show off our kits here. I am wearing my Feyenoord. I'm not going to top this jacket, but it's my Santiago Jimenez kit for Feyenoord. I'm a big Feyenoord fan, and I wanted to wear this today. So
That's what I got on today. I love
And
this
I
fashion
wanted
hat.
to. I love that collar.
Oh, dude, when I saw that they released it, because this is their 2023 kit. When I saw they released this with the collar and with the splits, because I've been wanting a home kit of theirs, I had to
Right.
get this. So it was
Yeah,
perfect for me.
that's a great kit.
What you got?
I went with the original Louisville City blackout kit with
Still like that crest.
the
Much better.
purple fade. Oh yeah, it's a better crest.
Yes.
This is back in the day, the year that we actually won the championship before we had stars. It's it's a good classic kit. I was actually looking for my black and gold Louisville City kit to go with the theme today, but it's laundry week for the Fox household right now. So
Laundry day. I think it is here too, actually. I just have so enough kits that this did not get thrown in. So,
right.
but yeah, that is our show for today. I don't think we have anything else. This has been a pleasure to once again talk kits, talk soccer, and talk kindness to you in regards of Des Moines Menace from our on host teacher. So
Yeah.
we appreciate you joining
Be
in with
nice.
us. We will be releasing more stuff. Probably not next week. I have a wedding to attend. So we will
Yeah.
be releasing something here in about 2 weeks. So please stay tuned. And we appreciate you guys. Take care.
Peace. Love.